Okay, let's get started. So, color picker is going good. Last stream we got the HSV thing working just nicely. I'm pretty happy with this. Um, so I've got a list of things here that I could work on next. I don't have a particular one I'm thinking is better than the others. So I think I want to do this one actually first. So enlarging the indicators. So when you hover over something, these triangles should get bigger to like show that you're hovering over, and like if it's active, um, basically when it's active. So enlarge these, enlarge this text, enlarge this text. And one other thing is I think this, I'm gonna change this first actually. I think this should just indicate, this should just say RGB, and this should always just be an RGB thing. I don't think it's useful to output HSV in hexadecimal. It's like not super, yeah. So we're gonna do that first, I think. That will be like really easy. So, why I open that file every time. So that is the status bar. So do status bar. Here we're gonna do. So this is gonna be the reading. Yeah, so this is already just assuming that you're just inputting. Right, okay. The clipboard thing wouldn't have even worked properly with the HSV, so that's good to just do that. So we're gonna do this. Um, yeah, this is a bit annoying. That's okay. We'll do that. Let's just make sure that's gonna work properly. Happen there. Why didn't that update? Huh? Oh, I think I know what the problem is. Yeah, good. Okay. So, this font size I think is a little big. Um, Now that is not centered. Oh, sorry, that's why. Yeah, so this is something that I think we need to break out as well. Um, yeah, it's still not centered actually. Is this delta just correct? That's spacing. Um, should be. Yeah, it's that's weird. Maybe it is just correct and I'm just not seeing it. That's fine. Okay. So yeah, we want to probably some of this stuff should be stored on in the context. So like the font size, uh we also want to add scaling, so should add that to the notes so don't forget it. Scaling. Yeah, so maybe what I should do with this one is, let me think. I don't think it was like too big, but maybe like 44 is better. But same with like this actually. What is going on with that one? That's in like the do slider. Is that font size the same as well? No, that one was 36. So yeah, those were different font sizes as well. Like I'm not sure like that needs to be a different. Probably it doesn't fit. It does fit fine. So yeah, probably let me just we need to like advance the edge of this rectangle a little bit, but um it's like seems like a little too close along these edges. But let's see. I don't think those need to be a different font size than this, probably. Though everything should maybe get scaled down a little bit. Or maybe not. Maybe just this circle could get scaled down a little bit. And there's gonna be like a bunch of like blank space, so I don't really like that. Maybe, okay, I think I know what I want to do. So we're gonna leave that for now. But I think what I want to do is have like a stack here of saved colors. And it'll just go along the side here with like a little push button here that will push a color to the stack. And probably those will get saved between runs, if I had to guess. Um, and then you can just click on these and it will load the color in. So I think that'll be after to do, but on right next to circle, next to color. Yeah, anyways. I don't know why I'm rattling on that. This is notes, doesn't matter. I know what I mean. That will be after. We're not going to do that right now. And then also just the draw FPS all needs to be behind the debug. Wonder if it's like makes sense to have like more stuff just be debug. I don't know. We're not going to worry about that right now. So that is that. And then let us go close this. Let's add the font size here. So um I guess draw text takes a where are we here? Font size is an integer, so let's store that on there. The font size should also be scaled, so at some point I'm gonna add a scaling factor. Um, Basically what I want to do is just, I think, maybe the font size gets scaled in, yeah, yeah, let's do that. So yeah, I want to lay this out with whatever font size I sort of just like. Um, and then, yeah, that'll work. Let's do that. Let's add the font size to here. Um, and then at the top of this, we're gonna do 44 maybe. As a good starting point. It can get adjusted as we go. And then, yeah, let us rebuild. And that is going to break everything. Because the data struct members got rejiggered. So, let's pick some color. And we will go back into colorpicker.c. And in colorpicker.c, what will we do here? We are going to do a yeah, so now we've got the font size. So wherever we're going to do some fonts, let me draw text. Draw text. I think that's all of them. Do slider, I need to just add a little bit of padding to this one. It's going to be in this slider subrects. I don't think cut rect right should be doing anything special, right? Yeah. Actually, what am I doing? I think the label one is doing something stupid as well. Or like I added something to give it this little space here. Not really seeing it, but um label. No, I don't see anything there. Does this just look like it's not? I don't know. Okay, so here I'm just gonna add a little bit value to size dot width minus equals probably not even enough to see. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, because this rect is in pixels, not in yeah, there you go. Maybe something like that. Is that gonna break if I go and use? I think it is. Yeah, let's not do that. That's dumb. Let's do this. 0.87, 0.88. Because this won't break if I go and add scaling later. How is that like all like weirdly lined up like that? I like the 0.88, I think. 0.88 looks good. So that's good. So then yeah, there we go. I like kind of liking that a bit more. That's more better, I think. Something like there. So now what do I want to do here? So we want to do the animation. Some of this still like the layout is still like a little bit. I don't know. Maybe the layout's okay. So let me see here. Animation, right. So do animation, let me see. We should start with maybe these triangles. We have our held index. What if we have a table here? We actually, okay, actually before that, we need a DT. Probably just put that on the context because I think the best place to get the DT is in the main loop, obviously. Now what does, I mean, like Raylib has like a function, I think that's like get DT or something. Yeah. Maybe we'll just use that and not pass in the state. So there's like get frame time in Raylib. Let's use that one for now. Though maybe you want to pass in the DT later. I'm gonna, because I need this in multiple functions, so we're still gonna do like an F32 DT. And in here we'll do get frame time. Pass in our DT. And then our triangle stuff. So for the triangle, I'm gonna make like a little table here. It's gonna be let me think. Yeah, let's do this. So static F32 scale color picker mode. No, color picker. It should just be 4. Because there's four sliders. I don't know if I need to like. I don't think there'll ever be a need for extra sliders, to be honest. So we'll leave it at that. So this is going to be like this, and then should it be scale or should it be? Let me think. Yeah, I think it should be scale. And there's going to be 2 fixed endpoints. No, it shouldn't be. It should be scale current. And then these are more like constants, to be honest, but that's okay. Scale target is going to be equal to I have to play around with it, but like let's say 1.4 for now. It might be too big. 1.2. So in here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna say we have to move towards. We're gonna. So we are going to take a delta between the target and 1. Just do this so that it's not. I mean, this delta is also. Yeah, this delta. Okay, that's fine. I mean, these are constant. These are all constants. Like they don't need to stick around for the whole program, but also. Yeah, maybe honestly these two shouldn't really be static. So we are going to check first of all these endpoints. So mid will not be scaled. Left and right, both x and y should be scaled. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother like normalizing or anything. We're just gonna do this. So left and right, we need some actual scale. scale is going to be equal to scale delta times dt. For now. So this means it will take 1 second to reach the full magnitude. That's probably like too much. So probably we want it to take half a second. So, or maybe even more. We'll try this. Let's try half a second. Scale, no, actually, sorry. So if held index or we're just hovering. So let's actually store this as a value. I have that type. I didn't make that type. This is completely the wrong order, so let's go down here. Hovering. So if let me just think about this quickly. So if we're hovering, we want to move towards target. Otherwise, we want to move towards 1 for the scale. Yeah, so let's actually do this. Move towards 32. And we're gonna do current scale current target so current target yeah, this is kind of getting long, this line. I don't have a better idea. I'm probably like already using this name. Maybe not. Yeah, I am. move towards. So scale target, scale now equals this. Hovering, scale target, move this down, or 1 bt. Is that right? Let me think. No, really, it should just be the delta. Yeah, it should be the delta. It should be this scale. This scale delta should be renamed to this. We'll get rid of that. And then this can just be called scale. And then we will store this back into here as well. And we're also going to use the scale here. So in the left and the right, and down here as well. I think that looks about right. Okay, and then we need to write this move towards function. Go up here, and let's put up here static F32 move towards F32. F32 target. Current target delta. If target minus current, probably absolute. Like, I don't think I need this right now, but now I'm just gonna go and use absolute. So if current minus target is less than delta, current result F32 result equals target, no, yeah, equals target plus delta. No. Equals current. If target minus current is less than delta, Let me do something else actually. If target less than current delta times equals -1, I'd like to get rid of this stupid math. I don't want to use math. No math.h. We'll just do this in 2 steps though. So okay, so if do that, then result plus equals delta if result clamp result current target. No, but this has to be in the right order. This clamp function is a little weird like that. It's not a real function. Let's just swap those around. And then we don't need to do this. And then we go F32 result equals current plus delta. And then we can do the clamp. And then we can return the result. Yeah, that needs a semicolon. Held IDEX. Scale. So those are that's okay. Scale delta held IDEX. Scale delta. Oops. Forgot to add some of them. That was fun. Yeah. These need to be initialized. All of these need to be initialized to 1. That is not supposed to be happening. Why is that happening? That's funny. That's weird. Oh no. Let's try this with the normal DT. uh yeah, that's not right. um why does it just like why do they all start off in like the corner like that? That's really funny. Um, because it shouldn't be zero. They should all be. Let's see the bottom one almost works right, but it doesn't. The top one is completely wrong. We want it to like basically. I think for the triangle, you want to like travel along the two lines from the center from the midpoint to the corner, and just scale that diagonal part up, which should just be working, but maybe it is not. So yeah, actually, I think I know what the problem is. So I think what we actually want to do is move this scale to here. I need to fix that, but we'll deal with that after. Um, and this one as well, to be honest. Okay, well, at least they grow. At least they grow. They don't come in from the top corner now. That's one win. Now they don't actually grow at all. Interesting. Let me just see here. So I should be checking what DT is, to be honest. So I might need to just put a breakpoint. I think I have to restart this to get a breakpoint to work properly. It's one thing that seems a little annoying with the old oops. With the way that what's it called? It seems like the loading GDB does not seem to play nicely with you dynamically loading libraries, to be honest, which kind of sucks. But that is how GDB be. It's not a good debugger, but it's all you got on Linux. So let's go here. Sure, whichever line, it doesn't matter which line we get. And let us. So we are actually broken right now. Okay, maybe not. Let's continue for now. Okay, so now we're broken on that point. Um, very not helpful locals, too many variables. So what we want to do is do dt. dt got optimized out. How could dt possibly get optimized out? That doesn't even make sense. What's going on? Am I building with oh yeah, that would explain it. So let's rebuild this. And we're gonna have to run. And let's get at something looking. Okay. Now if we go ahead and put a breakpoint, let's get some, okay, I guess it doesn't matter, the breakpoint works. Let's continue until we get to the correct thing. So dt here is correct. No, wait. Oh, yeah, no. That's annoying. So dt is in milliseconds, not in seconds, like I was expecting it to be in. I don't know why Raylib did that. That's doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Yeah, because then we step over this, and then the scale delta is 3, which is like way too big. Why on earth did Raylib why on earth does Raylib give you the frame time in milliseconds and not in seconds? That is dumb. Okay, so let us just continue. Or it's gonna do that because I pressed escape. Okay, so let's go back to not 1, 2, and drag that to where it's visible. And then we're gonna close this. Now, there's definitely like a rounding issue going on here, I think, but so let me just think about this first. So we come through here, held index should be um ah right. No, 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 not quite. We want to scale the held the one that's being held up and the one that's being uh yeah, okay. So not here. Yeah, this is the label IDEX. That's 100% correct. Um, hovering or held. I don't think it's hovering actually. No, it is hovering. It's both hovering and it's held. Do this. Okay. Let's try to just exaggerate this for now. Because like, yeah, I just want to see that it's actually doing anything, which it's not. Um, like, let's really just really exaggerate. Okay. Um, so if we're hovering or we're holding the yeah, if we're hovering or we're holding the current index, either or should be fine. What? How did we just dead fall? Try this again, shall we? How are we seg faulting? How on earth are we seg faulting? We're here, we're centering the text in the rect. We're in do color picker. I is equal to 3. Going to do slider, so label IDEX should be equal to 3. What's the mode? Context to mode is equal to CPM HSV equals 1, or CPM HSV. Yeah, so it doesn't equal 0, it equals 1. So we're going into. Did I like screw up? No, that doesn't make any sense. Because the compiler would have yelled at me for putting these in the wrong order and it was working just a second ago. So yeah, let me just try this. So mode labels at CPM HSV is going to give us this one. One, two, three, four. So 0, 1, 2, 3. Why can't it, what happened here? Why is that memory address broken? Hello? Like why? How? Just how? Is it because it doesn't even matter? Like hello? Who? How? What is the problem here? Why is this like wrong? Why is this loaded in the wrong place in memory? Huh? I am very, very confused. Like, I'm just guessing since the same string, it shouldn't. What happened that made that happen? Like, what did we do? What did I do? I'm gonna get up for a second. So yeah, this doesn't make any sense whatsoever because this is a global variable. Yeah, like here it's just got a garbage variable because who knows? Somehow measure text got garbage because for some reason um do slider is suddenly getting do slider is suddenly getting like some garbage data. Um okay. So let's just do. Let's move this into here and set up there. And let me just step back a little bit with these triangles. It was literally this line that got added that broke something somehow. Um, because I think what's happening is the compiler is just like, oh, that's the same string. I'm gonna put that elsewhere. How did that start happening though? Because it wasn't doing that before. What changed here that made it do that? Um, just comment out this all this code that I just wrote. The rest of this is correct still. Ah, no, it's not. Let's just set the scale in here to 1. And close this, kill and run. Um, and let's just now we're just waiting. Like, see, I knew these were the same address, but why is it happening where when I set some certain things, this address suddenly becomes some other address that's incorrect and garbage? Like I could store the scale state somewhere else on this on the context struct, but this shouldn't be broken by that. Uh, okay. Why? How is that happening? It seems like that wouldn't make any sense though, because when we just reload, we're at a known state. There's nothing happening. Um, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. It's like that static variable, but so maybe I'm just gonna shove it. It's kind of nasty, but we're just gonna put it on the context. Oh, yeah. Actually, it needs to go on the context anyways. It doesn't really need to go on the context, but it should go on the context. Um, the reason why it doesn't it kind of needs to be on the context is like if you reload while it's in the middle of uh uh like pulsing down, then it would just get reset to one instantly. So I mean, it doesn't really matter, but um yeah. Uh, so in any case, since we're just gonna store some data there, I'll shove it into this thing for now. Um, yeah, let's do that. It's just because I don't want to have the scale. It's just like it makes more sense for it to be stored with the slider in the thing. But for some reason, it's just deciding that I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't know what it's just deciding, but it is deciding that. So let's just 3, 2, 1. Let's just try this for now. So we're gonna get rid of this one. Um, let's try this one. Build that. Kill this. Run. Okay, so HSV doesn't break anymore, at least. So that's one good. But the scaling is not working. So let's get out of this file, go to this file, and break in. I want to set the breakpoint if the let's do so we're gonna set a conditional breakpoint. Break color picker move towards if current is not equal target. Yeah. So I can delete this and delete. We broke. We didn't. We need to continue. Okay. So current does not equal target. Yes, the result got moved. Target is 22.008. Current is 1. We move towards it. We're going to step out. We're going to store that one. The midpoint should not move. The T, let's just do this. T left, T right. So T right dot RV. And, or dot E even, it doesn't matter. T left dot RV. So does draw a triangle? No. So what's scale actually? Just make sure scale here. So scale is big, bigger. Continue. That doesn't matter. So okay, let me just think here. Um, where is this? 7 FFFFF 4 FFF E11. That's not right. Okay. Too many F's. And I want to go here. I want to go to the slider scale. Slider scale is not getting updated. Why is that? How did that happen? Held IDEX. Held IDEX is -1 right now. Wait, so before it might have been that I just had held IDEX here. Yeah, it might have been I just had that here, and that might have been a problem. This should be label IDEX. I want to try this static thing again after. It might have just been that I did a dumb. Okay. Let's go to that breakpoint, continue. There's a breakpoint there again, continue. So we are ending up in here with some current and some target is 1. We're gonna go next, 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 and then delta. That swap thing is wrong. Yeah, I'm dumb. I can't do this swap thing. I don't know why I did that. Get rid of this. Let's move this back in here. Switch to HSV. Get that. Move towards. Let's stop trying to do something fancy and just say yeah. Yeah, let's just do if well realistically it shouldn't even matter. We shouldn't be doing the clamp at all. It should just be if the difference is yeah, okay. If target is less than current, delta times equals -1. Get rid of all of this. And then the result is going to equal current plus delta. And then if current how do I make sure that this is yeah, remaining. If target was less than current, we need to take this and we need to negate remaining as well. And then what we do is go if remaining is less than if remaining less than delta. No, hold on. Why am I having such a hard time writing this function? Jeez. This is wrong. So remaining is now positive. Delta is now negative. We just want the signs to be the same. I should just use magnitude. I should just use absolute. Let me put the macro, absolute macro in. And get rid of the math thing. So pound define absolute x x less than 0 minus x or x. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So stop being fancy. if the remaining is less than the delta. Result equals target. Else result plus equals delta. Result equals current plus delta. Good. Brain. Brain. Let's get rid of this white space. I need to think about how to make that less ugly, but that is okay for now. Oh, I did see it actually go up. Yeah, it's going like way too slow. PT. Oops. What am I? Do slider. That's what I want. So we're gonna jump down here to this one. Scale target 100 and so if we go over this, why is it growing so slowly? That is not correct. Why is DT like... Yeah, weird. We're gonna do the half. So like DT is... So like, yeah, if you just multiply by DT, it should be in... So DT should be the frame time, which should be in milliseconds. If you want this to take X number, if you want this to take exactly 1 second to reach the thing, reach the thinger, you would do delta, like dt in seconds divided by 1 second. There's just like an implicit divided by 1 second here, and that would give you a factor that you would use as your delta. So I don't know why this is so slow. Why is that so slow? Like, what is going on? Why is this like... That should not be so slow. If we just... Yeah, because the scale's like way too high. Um, oh, that's the problem. Uh, I'll be right Okay, so that's silly. Um, yeah, I think what might have actually happened is I was just like, I think the DT is at the frame time is actually in milliseconds. First of all, I think it was just because I was in the debugger and I happened to somehow luckily step right on like 17 seconds, which happens to be very close to like the 16.6 seconds that a 60 FPS frame would take. Um, so I think this is probably not needing to be scaled like that. And then we can go back to doing this, which would be 1 second. Still seems like really slow. Okay. Why is that so slow? Why? Why? Why is DT not correct? I might just start passing DT myself from the main loop because the frame time just seems wrong. Just straight up, it just seems wrong. Um, that is in our core. Get frame time. Get time in seconds. It says get time in seconds, but it's also not even being stored as a float. So for data, frame counter, time, current, frame. This is getting stored as a double. Figure this, right? No. Not using math. That is not correct at all. That is not half a second. Why do I feel like the I might just pass it in myself and just keep track of it myself because like that isn't a frame time at all. That's an extra line there. Um yeah, it's still too slow, but I'd like to fix that so it's like exactly what I'm wanting. If you just hold it. Um ah these shouldn't light up when you're holding one. Um fix that in a second here. The DT is like obviously just wrong. I don't know why, but it is. Um, So this check here. So if we're hovering, it's not hovering or this, it's hovering and label index and held index equals -1. It's either, okay, no, it's either held index does not equal -1 or hovering. No. Or hovering. Yeah. So held index does not equal. Okay, so this whole thing should not be called this anymore. It should be called B32. Scale. No. Should scale. So it's held index does not equal -1. Held index equals -1 and hovering. Or held index does not equal -1 and label IDEX equals held IDEX. Yeah. And then this should scale. Exactly. There we go. That's looking pretty nice. But I need to fix the DT because the DT does not make any sense whatsoever. Unless it's just like, yeah. And also I'd like to be able to use this and not the state on the thing. Let me do this. Let's call this slider scale. And then instead of this, we're just gonna get rid of this context for now and just see if this completely breaks everything again. So that's working, and then we switch. I think what was happening was just because I think I was overwriting it because, yeah, actually it 100% is. I should have noticed before that that index of the screwed up HSV, the first half of the address was a floating point value because like close to 1. So like floating point value of 3FFF, the hexadecimal like 3FFF something 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 is it's very close to 1. Or 0 even. Which was exactly what was happening when I was using the wrong index here. So when this was held IDEX, sometimes it was just -1, which means it would be writing one element up in memory, but one element up in static memory was the address of the pointer, or sorry, it was the address of the string for the alpha channel on the HSV in that HSV array. So that was what was happening there. I was just overwriting the first part of the address with the floating point value for like 0 or whatever it was, whatever the heck it was, and then or like 1, and then yeah, that was what was happening. So don't do that. Basically, is the lesson here. Now this can all be stored here where it should be stored, and not somewhere randomly on the state. So we can open main, get rid of that. Don't care about any of this code. And we're gonna edit the util, and we're gonna get rid of this. And this is all good. So that's looking good. Maybe it should only light up when you're maybe it should only enlarge when you are colliding with the rect, and you're colliding with the rect that's just made with this there's like a rect that's just made with these four corners. Yeah, maybe that makes more sense. Let me close this, and I need to like restart this. It's just gonna segfault, which it did. Okay, so something like this. Just gonna grab some random ass color like that one. And what we will do is color picker.c. Yeah, that's a hard one. So it's like I'd like it to highlight so you know that you can click here and it will drag it all the way. But at the same time, kind of makes more sense that when you just hover over these guys or close to them, I'm not sure. It's not rat hole on that one right now, I think. That's like pretty good right now as it is. Let's do the hovering for these two labels now. Um, where do we draw the text? That's actually what's important here. That should be like wherever we draw the text for the hex. Yeah. So if hex collides, we need to set a scale. There should be two different scales here. Let's do. I don't think it needs to be in an array though, like I did with the other ones. Let's just do it as individual values. So static float32 scale x is going to equal to 1. And then let me think here. So when we're just colliding, do the same thing. So float 32, let's mark this. And let's go to scale. So here, scale target, scale delta. Just copy all of this. Okay. So scale target will be probably 1.5 again. It could be different for these ones. This is like, the 1.5 is like good for these triangles, but could be something different. Scale target, this thing is gonna need to take a do status bar f32 dt. So here, scale target, same thing. Should scale is basically if hex collides. So all of this can come back down here. This can come here as well. Scale equals here we don't need to do any of this. Scale hex equals this, move towards scale hex. Hex collides. Man, oops, that was dumb. Scale delta. Maybe this should go on the next line. Whatever. I like that. Yeah, it's fine. So scale hex, and then what we do is we go ahead and go to font size, and we do scale hex, and we do scale hex. So mode text is down here, but we'll see. Do this first. What happened here? Oops. This was supposed to be a multiply. Yeah. Yeah, so like 1.5 is like way too much for this. Yeah, so 1.5 too much, 1.2 maybe. Also, this should be left aligned. So it might be time to write the left align. The left align center text should be left. Yeah, I'll make a different function called left align text. Left align text in rect. So we get the text size, we get the delta, the delta W, we don't need at all. We just need this delta. And then, yeah, we don't add any of that. We just do this. Besides the fact that I need another comma here. There we go. And then let's do right align as well. text position equals, yeah, so this is the, right, so this gives you the positioning. So it needs to be r size dot w minus x size dot w. That's not being used, so let's go to and text that this part, and this is going to be right align text in rect. Oops. Wait, what? Sorry. Yeah, right. Sorry. It needs to be rect size, rect position dot x plus rect size dot. Oops, not that. Rect position dot x plus this, and we'll probably break this one up again. Okay, there you go. So that one's looking good. So now, these could all be right aligned as well then, and this could all be left aligned. And then we don't even have to, we're not even using center text in rect anymore. That's funny. Yeah, let's actually see how that looks. So do slider, center text. Let's try left align. That actually looks better because they were like, some of these were like more or less not where they were supposed to be. And then for the other one, where is that? Down here, right align. Is that right? What happened there? So, no, I did like some weird cryptic thing earlier where, oh, it was centered. Yeah, we have to move that, this thing. Oops, not that one. Let's also just comment out this one quickly, just so that yeah, oops, that was not the right place to touch that. It was here. Value should be cut rect right, and this should be, what was it before? It was like this, right? Why is that not working? Value. This should be like, what where is this rect getting put? It's like the draw rect lines thing again. I'm just gonna draw this rectangle so I can see what's going on. Like probably the text is just overflowing the, yeah, so let's do this. Get slider subrects. Draw rectangle lines ex vr.rr. And line thickness can be 2, and color can be black. Yeah, exactly. So the text is just like overflowing that bounding box. So that would be the problem there. Um, which means that the only solution for that one is to um, yeah. So really we should just take the remainder, which is gonna be, oh right, I see how this padding was done before. Probably don't even need this padding anymore. Oops. Yeah, so you don't need that padding there. Um, maybe I need to scale the text down if it doesn't fit in the. I do think that text is like kind of too big. I don't know. Um, oops. So yeah, let's do this and then scale the text down so it fits in its rectangle. Um, I wonder if it's, yeah, I don't know if I want to like make a thing for that. Probably don't. We'll just go here and say that this font size should be or alternatively we just make the window slightly wider. That would also work. I think that's good for now though. Um, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure about that, to be honest. That's okay. So, scared of this box. Don't need those boxes anymore. That's looking pretty good. If you click on it, something should happen, I think. 'Cause I don't know how to like indicate that you're copied to the clipboard. Also, that still feels like too big. Um, like yeah, like the font getting scaled up just is like really big. Like that is plenty for the font. And also maybe the RGB part should be separate and only this part should. Yeah, yeah, I'm liking that idea. Okay, let's make only the hex. So it's already called scale hex. Um, let's actually just make the hex be the only part that gets scaled. Fine with that part. So Now I'm hoping. Oh yeah, I need to fix that as well. Wait, now why did that get copied to the clipboard? Oh, yeah, no, that makes sense, yeah. Yeah, that makes perfect sense why that got copied to the clipboard. So, good. We don't want that getting copied to the clipboard anyways. There's actually two calls going on here. Label. This one does not get scaled. And then this, so, okay. This needs to go here. This needs to be left aligned in text. X rectangle. Label. Does hex R get used after that? No. Okay, good. Label. Scale hex. Nope. It's like that. And then the only problem is that I need to figure out what the yeah, this is one where I probably need to do the text measuring myself first, which kind of sucks. I want to do like twice. Um, that's okay, maybe. What's the measure? Text? Measure? No, it's measure text. Measure text, EX. That's going to give us back a vector 2. And it's going to be the context of font and the label and the font size and a 0. So yeah, we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna do hex r dot size dot width minus equals label size dot width and position dot x plus equals label size dot width, and then yeah, so this part should all be fine now. Oops. Besides me missing some things. Context to font size. Okay. So there we go. Now, but we don't want, we need to change this hex collides method altogether. So yeah, this needs to be reorganized a little bit. Get this label. I'm gonna put this label up here. We're gonna grab this label size And we're going to make we're going to introduce some rounding errors, which is a fun thing to do, but we're going to do it anyways. We get the label size. We're going to do the how do I use the cut rect functions again? Yeah, so the cut rect is going to give us cuts of the rectangle. Yeah. So let's go down here. Yeah, let's do some rounding errors. We need rect, label rect. Oops. Label R is going to be equal to cut left, cut rect left, xr dot rr, xr, sorry, and that rv over, no, not, it's going to be label size dot x over xr dot size dot width. And then we're gonna update the hexr with cut rect right xr, and then this one. And then we're gonna check some stuff down here. So this is missing a space. So now the hexr, this collision is gonna be fine. And then down here, we did this, which we don't need to do anymore. Yeah, we need to use the label R for that one. There we go. Now if we hover over this, nothing happens. If we hover over the label, it goes. And if we click here, we shouldn't have anything in the clipboard or put, yeah. And then if we click here, we should get that in the clipboard. Okay, cool. That is looking good. How are we doing here on time? Okay. Let's see here. So now we need to do this one. That one shouldn't be too difficult here. It'll just be the same thing again. I'm gonna grab this. We're gonna do this. Scale mode equal 1, and then this one will be where are we drawing this one? Mode R. Mode collides. Wait, no, we should already have a mode collides, right? Because we have to use it for setting the mode. Oops. So move towards hex collides. This should be scale mode. Oh, right. Scale mode scale mode collides, target scale. And then down here, scale mode. Scale mode. So that one's going good. Heck yeah. Alrighty, let me just think here. What I should do is take the win, first of all. So we will take the win. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Don't see why not. We can delete this center text in rect because we're not using that anymore. Delete all that. Just want the left align and right align ones. Yeah, I don't care about those. Those are for my own use. So, scale clickable areas when hovering. Oops. Cool. I need to clean up this move towards function a little bit. There's like gotta be a better move towards that's not so ridiculous. Yeah. I just got realigned. Slider shrunk down a little bit. That's okay. The only issue is I'm like just worried about this DT being wrong. I feel like I should be passing in my DT when I'm calling the function. I think I'm gonna do that because then, yeah. So we're gonna open, we're gonna actually amend that commit. Let's go to DT. Wherever I'm just doing this, I just take a pause for a second. Hello, Blackbird US. Indeed, this is DWM. It's my own like fork of DWM. Excuse me. So, yeah, let's fix this DT value because I don't like how it is fix this first by going into, so we're gonna make, what's it called? This function here, take a dt, and we're gonna get rid of this one. And then we're gonna go into main here. In main, we want to do some DTing. I am thinking about using, what is the like clock get time, I think is like a high resolution clock. So, okay, so let me just see here. Man time.h clock real time. So clock real time is the system-wide clock measuring real time. Monotonic is a system-wide clock which only increases. Yeah, you know, I think it really doesn't matter here if the clock jumps. So we're just using it for animating some stuff on the screen. So probably we're just going to use clock real time. Yeah, so clock get time. That one gets you a time spec. Yeah, that's remove this function out of here, out of this debug. It's not going to be compare time. It's going to be, yeah, we'll just turn this into delta time in float mode. So a minus b. So this will be f32 result equals 0, and then result plus equals this in float, and then result plus equals this is a float times 1e9, 1e minus 9, rather. And then this is going to be diff time. Yeah, it's fine. Diff time here. I don't know why there's an extra line there. And then here. So in main, what we need to do is do current time. Yeah. Let's do last time. Oops. Clock get time Oops, I can't do that. I have to do this. Clock real time and last time. And then in here, we're gonna have another one called new time. And we're gonna do this. And we're gonna do here, up here, we're gonna have a float 32 frame time. And we're gonna do frame time equals diff time. Last time, current time is ahead. So it should be new time minus last time. Oops, except like this. And then last time equals new time. And then here we are going to do a frame time, which we should initialize to 0. Oops. We need to include time.h. And then in debug mode, we need to fix this. So this one should take a float 32 as well. And then the rest of this should be fine, right? Yeah. We're closing this, gonna reload it. I mean, so it didn't really change what I was getting before. Yeah. Why am I like thinking that the frame time is like really weird for some reason? I want to do like a bunch of extra work if I don't need to. I don't want to like write a bunch of extra code if that's exactly what the Raylib is just giving. And since this hasn't like this is still looking the same, I'm thinking that what Raylib was doing was correct. And my logic and my brain is just wrong. Oops. Yeah. I think I will just keep the Raylib thing then. That should have crashed to be honest, but anyways, oops. Where are we here? Where did that go? There we go. Yeah. Okay, cool. So is that even needed? Yeah, it's needed. Okay. Right, so let's do some more cleanup quickly, I think. And then I'm probably gonna stop soon. So let's first of all, let's try to get this to just be a border so that when you do this, it's not red, it's the background. So that would be draw circle, what's it called? Draw circle lines, I think. No, draw ring. It's a draw ring, that's what it is. Should be draw ring. Draw ring takes the center, which is the same as the circle, right? Yeah, draw circle sector. So the radius is the same thing as before, which is 0.6 times cc dot x. What is cc? Sure, cc is some weird thing. And then it's going to take inner radius, outer radius. Actually, the outer radius is that, and then the inner radius is 0.58 times cc dot x. And then 0, no, sorry. Start angle, end angle, yeah, 360. It's called ring, it should really be called draw like arc. Yeah, 69, yep. And black, I guess. So now, if we do this, yeah, that's better. And we can fade this. What is happening? 0.8, maybe 7. Oops. Okay. Zero 0.5, something like that. So, what else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Could put it. I could figure out like a better background color. So for the background color, we're gonna want something quite dark, and I feel like HSV space is not the best. Oh, did I ever fix this? No. Okay, I need to fix that first. Yeah. This needs to not change when I'm doing this. It should always be the RGB one. So that is in here. Let me think. So the rectangle, the color normalize is, yeah, we're just assuming that this color is not converting correctly if we're in the mode that we're just in. So here, if context to mode equals color picker mode HSV, we need to convert this color to HSV. Is going to be equal to RGB to HSV. And if, where's the thing where we copy the text? Still like some random white space just everywhere in here. That doesn't need to be here. Yeah, so here, HC, how is that getting used? It's just here, right? Yeah, so here we need to do color from normalized. This needs to be um, HSV2 RGB else what we had before. Okay, so now this doesn't, oh, why? Okay, that's actually the rounding error. Yeah. Dang, how do I fix that? That's a tough one. If you just continuously there's like an example color picker, I think, maybe. I haven't been following it. Let me see here. Core. So like Raylib itself doesn't have anything, right? It's just the library. Um, is there like a color picker? I don't know if there's like a color. I thought there was like a color picker example. But yeah, so anyways, I didn't actually it was more about like I wanted to make one that I liked. So I yeah, and I also wanted to learn how to use Raylib. So yeah, so sorry, what was I doing? In Rage UI. Wait, where is the oh there we are. There. Oh yeah. I see. Oh cool, I haven't seen any of this. This is interesting. I might look at this after. Um yeah, anyways. What was I on to? So yeah, right. So this is a problem. So if you continuously change back and forth between RGB and HSV, there's like a bunch of rounding error that just slowly causes the color to change, to drift. Which I don't know if there's a solution to that, to be honest. Um, I mean, it does seem like it's always just going down, but that could just be because of what? Like if I set this to full bore, and just do this. Well, it seems to me like it's always red that's just going down. So like if I choose like some color with red in it. Oh, no, I see. It's if there's like no zero. If there's no zeros, um, then there's no so if there's sorry if there's zeros then there won't be a rounding error, but if any of these colors is not all zero, so if we find some color, well really we have to just do this. Maybe it's the saturation. If the saturation is 1 there's no error. Yeah, that makes more sense. Oh, I see. Okay. There is certain colors that don't have rounding error. There's like no guarantee that the color that you're just gonna land on um doesn't have that issue. I wonder if I can fix that by like writing my own HSV thing and just doing it in double instead of in just single precision. Yeah. Come on. I don't know what the best way of picking a new color is for this one. Hmm. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe we'll just stick with this color for now. Like this background is kind of weird. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this is already looking like pretty good. This is like I'm very happy with like the result of this so far this week, this weekend. Let's open notes here and see. So we did. We haven't done scaling yet. We did do this. Yeah. Okay. So those are all things that can kind of be done on different days, I think. Um, Probably the next thing to do would just be to make sure that you can scale this. So like this size, this size is pretty good for my monitor, right? But like I'm on a 4K screen, so you're gonna want to use like smaller. You're gonna want to be able to shrink this if you're not on a 4K screen. Um, so I need to make sure that anywhere that I'm not using relative values, I am just using relative values. So I need to fix all those, which I might already be doing. And then um, we need to calculate like a scaling factor just relative to what I've set up here. Um, that shouldn't be like too difficult to do, to be honest. But um, yeah, I don't know. I think we're gonna just say that that is gonna be all for tonight. So it's been 2.5 hours. Earlier today I streamed for like 4 hours already, so probably I'm gonna call it for now. Shouldn't stream like forever. Also kind of hungry. So yeah, let us just. What did I just change here? So I think I just right. Okay, let's commit that. Um, what did I do? So only display X value in RGB. Um, Having a hex value in HSV is not that useful. Is not really useful. Because you always just whenever you copy paste like this stuff into code, you always just want the hex. You don't want the or so you just want the RGB hex. you don't want like some HSV. The HSV is like nice for just picking a color, right? But it's not like that useful for other stuff. So yeah, let us say we can push those, push this to GitHub, and that is going to be it for me. So let's see here. See if there's someone live we can raid. What's going on in that stream? Well, as usual, there's like nothing too interesting going on. Let me see this. He might be streaming more, or is he done? Looks like he's probably done. Yeah, so okay. I think I'll just close it off then. I don't really want to raid someone who's doing some random language that I don't care about, so yeah. Cool. It has been a fun weekend. We've got some pretty cool thing going on here. Started from 0 and we got all the way to this whole whatever this is. It's a nice color picker, I guess. Cool. Thanks everyone for watching, and I will see you next time.